Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope we are well. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome. I hope you are good. Thank you so much, everybody. If you can hear me loud and clear, just say hi in the comment section. It's just an impromptu one. Wasn't planned, but you know how we do it from time to time. When I see topics that really interest me and I think we're gonna gain from, I jump on it. Yeah, so welcome everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. While you wait, whenever I set the show up, if you want to help me, please give us a thumbs up while you wait for the show to start. Somebody in the last show was putting in the comment section that we greet too much. For this live, you don't even know what they worry people finish. Now, originally, don't shower alone. He said, I like your program, but you spend too much time greeting your subscribers. Why are you greeting? In my mind, I'm like, I'll come more than Beko. My mother raised me well. And my mother raised me to greet. So if I'm greeting my people, please don't be offended. He said, you greet too much. Why are you always greeting your subscribers so much? Get to it. And then call you by. Where are you rushing to? Where are you running to? We have a family here, and we have fellowship here. How can you just start the show without greeting? I'm not used to it. I think I kind of like it. Yeah. I don't even mention people's name all the time, But I can't just start the show and I start talking. I appreciate all my subscribers, my members, the people that love me, who are always here every day. Like today now, this show wasn't planned. I literally just set it up 10, 15 minutes ago. I said, you know what? The minute I saw this, I said, okay, we got to talk about it. Nigeria has been on my mind lately. And I was thinking of another topic that we're going to talk about regarding the issues going on in Nigeria. And I was going to look at another angle, in terms of preferring solution to all these problems, whatever we can discuss. And then I saw this one tonight. I was like, wow. You know how we talk about Jackpa, and somebody came here the other day who told us about Kakpa, Jackpa. So Jackpa is when you leave Africa to come to the abroad. Kakpa is when you now go back to Africa from the abroad. So this is a case of somebody that jackpot and has kakpad. It's not even funny. So the show we did the other day, we're talking about the issues of Nigeria. Can we ever go back to Nigeria? And it was very thought provoking. So many points were raised. People called in. A lot of men engaged with that show because people obviously are interested. I mean, everybody, if you are in Nigeria and you are interested, whether you like it or not, you must, be worried or concerned about what's going on in our country. So, in that show, a lot of people were saying that after the show, you know how it usually happens when you finish the show and go away, they'll come into the comment section and they start writing whatever they like. Some of those people that write these things, I wish they would just call in and express themselves, but they won't. They will listen quietly and then they call in and then they'll go and put the comment there. And a lot of people had issues with us because we are talking. It's like people that live in Nigeria always are. They will challenge you who live abroad. How dare you talk about Nigeria issues? What are you talking about Nigeria issue? Why don't you come to Nigeria and solve the problem? And do you think that this obodooyinbo that you live in, they solve their problem from overseas? Why can't you come to Nigeria and be there on grant and be a solution? Whenever they they raise those arguments, I just laugh. Woman pamilerin. Because as far as I'm concerned, that line of thought or that thinking doesn't hold any water. Okay? It doesn't. You can't, let's debate it. Where you are telling me that over 200 million Nigerians who are on ground in Nigeria are not capable. That there's nobody there that is capable. It's only the Nigerians that are abroad that have the answers to Nigerian problem. Really? No, I don't believe that. Mm-mm. I don't believe that one bit. Anyway, this is the line of argument they always take. You sit down in the abroad and you don't really care about your country. You should be here. Stand with us. To stand is solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. You can do solidarity from anywhere in the world. You don't need to be in Nigeria to be doing solidarity. There are as a matter of fact, I personally think that Nigerians who are in the diaspora are more passionate about Nigeria than most Nigerians who live in Nigeria. The average Nigeria is too busy trying to survive and trying to jackpot to even care about what is happening. If it doesn't affect them directly, they don't care. But we always have this in mind. We always thinking, even though we are not directly, affected by what is going on day to day, it does, it hurts our pockets because we keep sending money. And like Adiola was saying today, that even though we don't live in Nigeria, we know the cost of living, because what we used to send before doesn't buy what it used to buy. So we have to now up what we are sending. My cousin sent me a screenshot, a picture she took in a supermarket in Nigeria today, where the bag of rice in a shop in Benin City is 80,600 naira. Did I get it right? Wait, let me go and check what's up. I think it's more than that. Hold on a minute, guys. Please give us a thumbs up. 82,900. I kid you not. 82,900 today in a shop in Nigeria, in Benin City. Yeah. Can you see that? So how are we not affected? We are affected. You don't need to be on ground. We stand. We stand. We are Nigeria. I don't know why some people always are so upset. They are so angry. Why don't you come home? Come home. Come home to where? Where are we coming? Where am I coming to exactly? Where am I going to come to? Why? So that Jimmy Baby. Okay. We are still here running our mouth and trying to think about solutions and whatever. But this our brother here decided to go. He's passionate about Nigeria. He's a diaspora and he's living in the abroad in the UK. And he's passionate about farming, providing employment to people, helping his community. Abby, Shebi, this is what you're asking us to do. Oh, do you think that we don't have eyes, we don't see? What Nigerians in the diaspora contribute to Nigeria, you guys have no idea what we contribute. The amount of money, resources, things that people ship. Some people are perpetually shipping things. They have container, they have buses that they load every day, sending things, sending things. What are you talking about? I don't know why people always say that, but anyway, that's by the way. I saw this story and I thought that, we could discuss this because the average Nigerian who lives in diaspora who has the mind to go back to Nigeria at some point in the future is always thinking, what kind of business can I do? Some people are even here right now, they are still thinking of businesses to do in Nigeria. Even though me as a person strongly, I do not encourage it. Again, because Naira is falling so rapidly and it doesn't make sense for you to devalue your money by investing in a currency that is constantly falling. We are hoping and praying to God that at some point, they will be able to stabilize the naira and stop devaluing the naira, so that at least you can get some kind of, value for your money. So I have a story time I'm going to share with you people about house. You guys know that my house stories are endless. I have plenty stories about house. I'm going to share that, not today, because if I want to bring into this one, I don't want to be longer than 1 hour. I have another house story I'm going to share with you people. What happened? This one happened to me directly again, but not today. We are talking about this uncle today, my people. Please, guys, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Agnes said, I've never witnessed such hardship in Nigeria since I was born. This is the worst. Are you in Nigeria, Agnes? Hmm. So, uh, this uncle was living in the UK and decided, you know what, I'm going to do something in Nigeria. Let me read the story to you guys so you can get a full picture of what we're talking about. Give us a thumbs up, guys. He left the UK to go to Nigeria to set up a poultry farm. He was doing poultry farming, and due to issues with one of the employees, he sacked the employee. I think she's a woman. Hmm? So the title, I'm reading it from Instablog Media, said poultry farmer returns to the UK after his sacked employee finished all the livestock. Let me read it. It was shared by someone on Facebook called Danny Eleron, and they were sharing it with Otumba Victor. He said, this tragedy happened to my friend who started a poultry business in Nigeria. One of his staff was caught and dismissed for stealing 2 chicken every weekend. She used the word hens. You know, you can call it hen too. 2 hen every weekend, right? One by share. A business that somebody has started, I'm sure they've not even made any profit from it. You are taking 2 of the hen every weekend. So they said what this woman, who is the employee that was sacked, normally would do is that he will take the 2 hen and just buy them and send it to his families to eat, to his family to eat. Okay? And so they caught her and investigated it, and decided to sack her, to lay her off for what she was doing, because she was stealing. She's been paid for her employment, right? So why is she taking stock from the business? But you know what this lady did? Before she left the premises, she took all the hens. You can see. Sharon, can you see these are chicken on the floor? Everything you're seeing there is chicken. She decided to feed them and buy them with something that they should not have consumed. She wiped out all the livestock. Not one, the person said, not one was spared. And this is just one of the many horrible experiences that people experience when investing in Nigeria. So, Uncle was in Nigeria for 5 years, trying to create employment and follow his passion, which is farming. He's returned to the UK to start all over again. 5 years of getting nothing. 5 years of a business. I'm sure he invested thousands of pounds into millions of naira, and a disgruntled employee ruined it all. And the person said, I made a post that I'm more scared of human being than Satan yesterday. Oh, well, this is an example of what I meant. I call this gross wickedness. She's now managed to get others who got paid. Who paid their bills from this small company unemployed, from the manager of the business to the gatesman, the security, all the contractors and artisans who carry out works and repairs on the farm, to the suppliers, the transporters, the doctors, food vendors, everyone along the value chain providing services to the farm or their workers. All have lost a significant chunk of their businesses and patronage. And she will still be blaming village people. Can you see this? Can you just see this? 5 years. A whole 5 years that you thought, okay, maybe I've been in the abroad, I've been in this UK. Let me go and at least start something. You know, poultry is a good business. Everybody eats, right? Chicken, our favorite meal. Hmm? But what happened? Hmm? What happened? Please give us a thumbs up, guys. Give us a thumbs up. Hmm. My people, Sharon Raye, can you see this? 5 whole years. This man went hmm, to Nigeria, left the comfort of his home in the UK to go and start a business. See what? For sacking the employee, somebody that they employed and gave job to pay, come and earn an income. Maybe there's unemployment, right? These are one of the things that we complain about. So she gave this wicked person a job. She gave her a job, pay, at least earn. But was she satisfied with her salary? No, 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 no. Decided to steal. So the owner of the establishment should have just kept quiet and be watching him to continue to steal from his business so that she will wreck the business. You see what we're talking about? You see who I was talking about when we were talking about Nigeria the other day that said that it is not, they say, it's the government. Yes, government will hold them accountable. But you see, this behavior, this attitude of, how dare you? I can do whatever I like. Corruption. It runs from the top to the bottom. You see what she did? She rendered that man. She buy all the chicken, gave them something to drink or eat so that all of them. So this kind of a person now, what are you going to do? You send them to, you go and arrest them. They will lock them up. Them, the whole family will now come and be kneeling down, be begging you. Shuni, is this a work of the devil? Please, please, just see this wickedness. Do you want to know how much this man invested in this business? That one person, because they laid her off for stealing, no, it's not like she didn't do anything, no. Ojaleni. And they found out and told her, please, madam, go to your house. Since you didn't come here with good intention, you don't come here to work or to help to grow the business. You are being paid a salary, but you are still using my chicken to do Sahara for your family every weekend, two hen. Just see what she did. So, what are you going to say about this? Is this Buhari or is it Tinubu? Is it Tinubu that did this? Hmm? Is it government that did this? So tomorrow somebody will come and say, you sit in Obodoyibo and you'll be talking. You are not interested in helping your country to grow. All these countries in the West, they fought for their own growth. They stayed in their country and worked their way to make sure that we'll be speaking Oyibo ti Ojasi. When I say human being, can you see wickedness, my people? So, what are we talking about then? Exactly what are we talking about? Is this encouraging? No, so this is me and you now sitting in our houses in the abroad and we are reading this story on social media. How do you think we're going to feel? That somebody took their hard-earned money, the money you earned through winter, through snow, through all the 4 seasons, through working long hours, through working at night. Nigerians don't understand the concept of working shift or going to night work, except the people that work in hospitals and healthcare industries. The average Nigerian goes to work in the morning, in the evening, they go to bed and they sleep. They will sleep, gone, and wake up in the morning and start again. But is there any shift that people don't do here? Some people are just getting ready to go to work now as we speak. Is it weekend? Is it night? There's no hour that people don't work here. Is it early morning? Early morning, you know what they call early morning in the UK? Is the people that do cleaning. When you say somebody works in early morning, when they say early morning, very, very early. Lady T, welcome. God bless you, my sister. How are you? When they say somebody is doing early morning in the UK, they are probably waking up by 4 a.m. to go to work. It's cleaning, no? Then you do those odd hours. You just be putting the money together, small, 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 saving it. Then after a while, you say, okay, let me now go get a piece of land. Let's start. Learn about the business and let's start. But did you see what a disgruntled employee did? Even holiday, Chidinma, Adafwe. Holiday, yes. So some of you people in America, I hear you can even sell your holiday. You tell your employee to pay me. I don't need what am I doing with holiday? What do I need holiday for in my life? When there's work to be done. According to one of my friends who say, I'm going outside to go and look for the money that is outside. And they go find money where they outside. What do you need holiday for? Freezing weather that is freezing. Cold that you never seen before. All your teeth go they grind like this. You say, ban me. Ban me. What kind of cold? You wear layers and layers and layers and layers. Some of you that live in countries like Canada, you go carry snow so tey you go dig every day. Snow, nisha, melting snow. Trying to clear your driveway to be able to move your car. I met a couple on the train the other day. And they told me they are from Canada. They told me that they have special tires for winter. You can't use the regular tire. At least we don't have winter that much here in the UK. My people, you see what we're talking about? You change your tires. They think, oh, once you come home and you're wearing nice clothes, that means life is so rosy for you. Can you do the work? Do you know the hours that we put in? Can you do it? Most people can't. That's why some of them run away. When they come, you see them, they run away. They run away. So, when you have situations like this where somebody is trying to make a difference, somebody is trying to add value, somebody is saying, you know what, let me do the little that I can. If you do the little you can, I do the little I can, and everybody, at least we are creating employment. We are trying to make our community better. We are providing food. Then one person will just say, you know what? No, I deserve to be stealing from you. And if you take actions against them, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna buy all the birds. 5 years later, uncle is coming back from Nigeria empty-handed. Hmm? Temidi, our Canadian sorrow. We got almost 25 cm of snowfall last night. That human being is living in. Can you imagine? 25 centimeters. Ah, so you see, so where do we go from here? Where do we go? Because especially for people that always say, come home, come and invest. Tinubu was talking the other day. I saw the video where the other was making fun of. I showed it in the last video when somebody was making fun. We want to make diasporans should come. Don't worry about diasporans. Diasporans are the least of your problem. You have enough human capacity in Nigeria. You don't lack human beings in Nigeria. There are too many human beings in Nigeria. Too many. Anywhere you look, there are people. Any kind of people that you are looking for. Tall, dark, short, tall. In fact, if you are looking for four-legged people, if you're looking for four-legged people, you will see them in Nigeria. If you are looking for educated people, PhD, go to all the universities in Nigeria. People are studying day and night. Nigerians go to school like tomorrow, no day. Why do you need people in the abroad? Eh? My people, I don't know. I really don't know. When I saw this story, it was really heartbreaking. Mm. Yes, they say no money, no money. I'm at that well. Adago. God bless you. They say no money, money. Did you see the man that is marrying two wives today? Let me show you people. I saw it. Europe man that was marrying two wives at once. No money, no money, Abi. He was wedding two women at once. So I said, Ashe, irọ́ lẹ̀ ń pa. How can you say there's no money and you are marrying two women at once? Tell me. Hmm? No money, no money. Uncle is bad one, right? Look at him. Let me show you guys. Then somebody will come with their hard-earned money to come and start a business. You people will frustrate the person, run the business to a grand, frustrate the life out of the person, and they have to come back empty-handed. Maybe they've left their job now. That's the one that is paining me. He may have resigned from his job. Now he has to come back and start from square one. Square zero to start all over again. But I'll be say if you open a business in Nigeria, your Father Christmas. Show your Koriba. Is this supposed to be so? Make I show now this uncle. This Delta uncle. There's no money in this Tinubu economy where dollar is 2,000. Look at uncle. When I saw it, I was like, I thought you would say there's no money. So you cannot see that mindset is the problem, ba? The other time we're having this discussion, people say, oh, there are no structures, no checks and balances. They are really good points. Yes, these are all good. But what are you going to do about the mindset of the people? What are you going to do? So, see this uncle. Let me show you what this uncle. In this economy where they are saying there's no money, some people are still struggling here, trying to marry one. Uncle decided, you know what? Buy one, get one free. Decided to choose one. I'm sure he was dating two women. One light skin, one dark skin. Decided, do I have to choose? No. Let me marry both of them. Marry both of them at once. Now they see? Now see on uncle. What did they call that kind kiss? I beg not some kiss. Another person email me. They yab me say they talk about frivolous things. Well, I should be talking about important things. We are wasting our time talking about frivolous things. We talk about kissing. Now, brother Ben, they talk about kissing. No, not be me. Oh. What do we go call this one? I don't be true. Listen. When I see something, share wrinkle, enjoyment. Look at him. You know, see him. As he's serious, be like one village chief. I don't see the women. Buy one, get one free. One is light skin, one is dark skin. You see, when you can have two, why have one? Don't see him. And they say there's no money. What I say money no day. Where person they marry two at once. Marrying two at once and you say there's no money. How are you going to feed them? Okay, imagine they get pregnant now. Of course they're going to get pregnant. And they will now start having baby. You just have like 4 babies at once. You know how much they sell SMA? Obasanjo said that Adago said Obasanjo said that an average poor man drowns like 6 bottles of beer at the beer parlor. They drink 6 bottles of beer at the beer parlor every day, and they say poverty they are be. Oh my god! Now this one they rain now. So they married 2 wives at once. That's the latest one now. When I saw it, I just shook my head. I say, you see, but you people say there's no money. How can you say that there's no money and you are doing this? Look at Uncle enjoying himself. He go if now. What I usually wonder, when I see things like this, I wonder say, oh, so which one be Yale? Which one be? See, Nigeria matter. You gotta laugh. Honestly, you have to laugh because if you don't laugh, you are considered. You know, see, you know, see. The kiss, not be here. Carry one, put for the other one mouth. They transfer disease up and down. They transfer germs up and down from people, three people mouth at once. Allah. He led you marry. Ah, Jesus is Lord. My people, anyway, this is just by the way. The one that told Jamil Ogun that I'm even talking about that is paining me in my spirit, that is really paining me, is this one that come home, come back home, invest in your country. And we have to put our hands together to make the country great. And all you diasporans, you have a lot to offer. Come home. The one that came home, all the ones that have come home, how do you treat them? How? Eh? At times they say he's threesome kissing. He's how he was kissing both of them at once. I'm like, oh my god. Your mates are looking for how to ordinary electricity problem and office solve. You don't have you don't have answers to why we should have 24 hours electricity. But you they do threesome kissing. Now so pleasure. Now what will they think about with that? Sometimes I think that that's the cause of the black people. Pleasure. We like pleasure too much. Enjoyment, Nisha. Kasha magbadun. Let's enjoy. Who cares? Whether there's job, whether there's employment, whether there's money, whether Naira is 3,000. Go run me. Let's just enjoy. My people. Mm. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Olubumi, thank you very much for joining us. Sisi, honey, how are you? Welcome. Please give us a thumbs up. So, with this kind of behavior now, what do you guys think? Again, I'm asking the question: is there hope? Shani hope, by is there any hope for people like us? It's not for everybody, because a lot of people are saying the last show, we are too sentimental. And why are you even thinking of going to live in Nigeria? Some of us still believe that, inshallah, one day, we want to go back. We don't want to stay because one ile la bosimi oko. Abi? Mm? Adago, I like your comment too much. Oh. You're always making me laugh. You say, Auntie B, I go London and I saw office executive on bicycles. Priorities. You know our former prime minister, how many prime minister back now? Let me try and remember. They changed government so much. I don't even know where Boris Johnson was. Was Boris Johnson the last third one now? Which one? Which one was Boris Johnson? Since he remind me. Anyway, he was the last person to win an election. After him, UK politics is very funny, so I'm not even going to go and try to explain it to you guys. It's very, very funny. You don't need to win an election to be a prime minister in the UK. You just need to be the head of a party. Once you are the leader of a party, automatically you are the prime minister. If that party is the ruling party, so that's how the current prime minister that we have, Rishi Sunak, became prime minister. We didn't vote for him. We voted for Conservative Party, so that's how it works. It's very, very funny. It's a parliamentary system, so it's different from your American presidential system. Anyway, what I was going to say about that is that Boris Johnson was riding a bicycle all over London before he became prime minister. When he was a mayor, he was still riding his bicycle. He was the mayor of London before he became, what cost him that post as prime minister was Brexit. Now Brexit and all the things that happened during the pandemic. Now we take drive and come out. He resigned. British people were they're bad. They forced him out of office. Pressure was too much. Anyway, so elected officers here don't have time for all that. He was even living in a place in Southeast London with his girlfriend when he was mayor of London. It was when they had a huge fight and people now captured all their voices and everything before he now. This is the wife that is currently married to now. They now went and bought a house. He was living in Camberwell. So for politicians to the enter bicycle, all those ones, not be anything for Igbo. But black man, I be local government chairman. One more. I will show them one more. They will know they have arrived. Our way is oppressing. See this local man now, where go marry two wives, where they kiss them. They do marriage for this economy. So I personally, this is my personal belief, because of the black man. When I say black man, I mean black people generally. You know how the Bible uses the word man, is we love pleasure too much. People that's supposed to be thinking, like that uncle that is busy marrying two wives now. People, youths, is a young man that is supposed to be thinking about solutions. All they think about is how to knock, how to have mistresses, girlfriends, and have multiple whatever, enjoy life, drink, do all sorts of rubbish that does not benefit the next generation. So now we were there abroad go come solve a problem. Abi? Okay. But Abi Auntie B, I can guarantee you that out of the 10 who go invest in Nigeria, maybe one end up making it. I agree with you, Brother Bio. Absolutely. Mhm. Completely. Completely. That's true. What kind of business are you going to invest in that you are going to say, okay, hmm? I don't know. So I'm just tired of all these things about people saying, "Oh, you sit in the diaspora." My link is in the comment section. If you want to join the conversation, please jump in. I'm not spending 1 minute more than 1 hour today because I have a very early start tomorrow. So jump in if you want to say something. Starting a business in Nigeria while you live in the diaspora is a no-no. But this person was not even in the diaspora; they are there physically. And look at what an employee did. Look at what they did to that business. They wrecked the business. Send this man packing to come back to the abroad after 5 years. Mm. So, what are you talking about when you are running with that argument? Hey, you have to come back. Let's agitate for a better governance. And people always be talking about leadership as if the leaders are not they are not part of our people. Is it Cameroonians that are our leaders? Or is from Ghana they brought them? Or Niger? Where did they bring them from? Are they not Nigerians? My people, Osumi, my tired is tired. I don't know. Onibe was telling me the last time, they succeeded in persuading me I shouldn't give up on Nigeria. Kini gbogbo eléyìí? How can somebody go? But Abio, welcome, Ojari.
Auntie B, I greet you specially.
I greet you, my brother.
Yes, thank you very much. Beautiful one there. You know, sometimes when we talk, we have to say, are you talking for experience or you are just talking because you want to talk? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So my contribution here today is I'm talking for experience. I did not call in
Right.
because I just want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, Auntie B, I told you that as young as I might look in terms of age, because I'm not really that old, the proper way of people say they want to retire back home. But I have once retired back to that country. I tell you now this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have moved my
Mm-hmm.
bag while I was in Europe that abroad is only where I would just go to and visit. Okay?
And visit, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I went back with that mindset. And by God's grace, I did different type of businesses. Do you understand? This poultry you are even talking of, I did it myself. But
Really?
Auntie B, now B they talk to you. See, if you want, you can say send me those pictures. In fact, it was my
No, no,
poultry
no, no,
land
no.
that
You never
I'm
lied to
telling
us
you
before,
that
brother B. I believe
yes,
you.
it was my
Share your
poultry.
experience with us. How, especially this, how was it? This poetry
Auntie
particularly.
B,
How did it
I
go?
can't turn to madman. You know when they say somebody turn to madman? You see,
Uh-huh.
the issue here is this. No matter how you try to do this thing, I built a house, a small house inside that farm. I tried
Uh-huh.
everything. I did, in fact, my people from that village in Benin that are my own people. They knew, say, this bros too correct to get this place. Everybody knew me. I paid the worker higher than what normal people would pay because my
Yeah,
first
just to encourage
experience,
them.
yes, because my first experience in Nigeria, when you come with Western culture, the good thing is when you come from abroad, you want to face reality. So when I came, I noticed something first from a previous business I even did before that one, that in Nigeria, some people will accept a job that even you offering that job know that this lady that I'm paying, for instance, this 50,000 per work employee, that 50,000 might even be their transport there every day for the month. So you will not ask yourself, what are they working for? Do you understand me, Auntie B? So if you are not paying somebody the salary that would take the person just to get to work for the month, why would the person be interested in that job? So when I realized that, I said, no, let us pay these people well, so that at least if we have few workers, we know that they have something to take home. So I decided to
So
pay
that
well,
they will be dedicated, just to encourage them to be
just to
committed.
encourage
I mean,
them.
to okay.
So I now discovered that these people in Nigeria, in fact, some people resign from work in Nigeria if they don't see somewhere to stay. That is the tradition.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Do you understand me, Auntie B? If you open a
Yeah.
business in Nigeria and they work with you for 1 month, they don't see BST, they will not come to that work again. I was like, what kind of character is this? So, first of all, they didn't steal the fowl. Small fowl went there for poultry. They started selling the fowl food. Oh, Auntie V, you never say anything. fowl never, fowl never ever grow.
Then
The
they sell the
food
fowl
now,
food.
the food.
I
I
bet
said, what is
Theo,
this?
they chop fowl food, I bet they sell them to another poultry.
They sell it to another place now just to make money. Do you understand? So I now said, now no more feeding of fowl until I'm there. I have to be there personally.
Okay.
Whether they feed the fowl, they come to watch me. See, this one to say get sense. Do you understand? Oh, Auntie B, I beg. Niger. Before I knew anything, the borehole machine where they poultry too, they don't carry am.
They don't farm.
See, they don't carry am. Security maafa. He say he swear to lie. Say no know how. Now insider. Now they still run now.
Of course. Of course.
Auntie B, I also did car. You know what they call car renters. I don't want to mention the name of my car renter in that state. They will say, hey, now that guy they talk.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie B, I told you I went to Kia Motors. But Uyi Technica is the dealership of Kia Motors in that state. The day I went there, they said that time they said my cab they ring Auntie B in one day. This your bill bought 5 brand new Carrio to open the car renter. I put tracker in those cars, tracker in each of the cars, so that anywhere they are going, they will know where they are going from.
You go
One of
know.
my
You
brother,
bring
where God,
your knowledge from America. Mm-hmm.
thank you. One of my brother who God will bless, he say all these cars let them park inside my hotel. He gave me an office inside his hotel, so I shouldn't pay. So they have free parking, free secretary, everything. Take load book. If driver go record down. Driver, we carry somebody to Bini Wari. You know, we are doing per hour that year. Anybody who listening will say
Yeah.
this guy saying it was 1,000 naira or 1,500 per hour, if I can remember. They use your cab to travel to another state. They will tell you they are doing some guys on Unilever just carry me 2 hours. Do you understand what I tell you? They don't go worry. Auntie B, I said everything be like joke for my heart. You will be showing them the evidence on the map. They go say they lie to you. When they can't discover,
They go say they no go that place. They go
they say they don't
deny
go
and
that
say they no
place.
go worry.
I said, what nonsense is this? Now, so that business do. I end up selling all those cars as second hand because man not come turn Chris Specie
And you go lose
for
money.
for
You go lose
for this
money.
thing.
Plenty. Yeah.
So the point here is this. I now came to a final conclusion. For me, I can't speak for anybody. Yes. Maybe if you are doing distribution, you might anyway do maybe distribution of goods directly to maybe you are distributing to warehouse. I don't know of that. But for me, for Nigeria, anything other than services that I'm rendering, I know they do. Not say that services, they're not still cheat you, but there will still be limitation. Anything that has to do with goods, you don't finish. Anything that has to do with goods, they will just so. And the funny thing is, when they are doing this thing, they are not doing it. Even when you are not complaining, people will think you are a selfish organ because they feel like in Nigeria they see stealing in the office like now where person they work now there they chop. Do you understand,
It's
man?
normal.
Which
It's
is
normal.
very bad.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
understand
normal
me?
behavior.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
where you they work now. They're trying. That's why I told you
And
that
then they
if you
chop. So
tight,
salary no do
if you
you.
that's why I say if you tight the place, they will leave you. You will go office the next day, they not go come. Once they don't start to be sluggish, no say they never see something still. Do you understand me? So once they don't start to dey draw their foot, say, oh, this worker where they do agility, but you notice say they draw foot, just know say because you know they make money. That is just it. A business in Nigeria that somebody did this time, not me. I'm 100% aware of this. This person was so educated from abroad that decided to use consultancy. The man who employed all the workers in that business, we did not know that manager, my girlfriend, sister, now bad girl, another girlfriend, they for kitchen. But when it comes into the office, he will be shouting for all of them as if now we will say, take it easy now, you are too harsh. But say no, until the day when they track phone, they come find out say when they finish from that work, all of them they go gossip the business for their own house.
Uh-huh.
Auntie B, I dey talk this thing, Nigeria thing. That is why when people talk about Nigeria sometimes, if I talk,
No
they
wonder
don't
you don't get
they
plenty
should
dossier. You don't get plenty
I say
experience.
Auntie B, I say I don't pack my load. I repeat again. They not drive me, I not get problem. I go Nigeria, I say God don't bless me rich. Make I just suffer enter my small house lock door. The investment when I don't get, let me run then say hungry not fit beat your brother again.
Yeah. Yes.
I say hungry not fit beat your
Mm.
brother again. When they deal with me, eh? Oh Lord. Now so I put hand for head. I say everything be like child's play. So what I'm trying to tell you in essence is in Nigeria, unless now services, fine, you fit try. Do you understand? That services, you fit try
Mm-hmm.
that time you're going to deal
Mm-hmm.
with issue like customer service issue when you do services.
Uh-huh.
You call the shout out and say, no, that is not how you treat customer. But if not don't wear goods day, they go carry am for your hand. Ask people for UK now.
Hmm.
You know, you get friends there now where they send goods go house. Their money they complete.
My God. Hey.
Their money they
So
complete.
what did this guy go do now? Okay, for you, brother Bill, I kuku no say God help you. You go school, you get so many, you get
Yes,
skills and you get education to
yes,
back you up when you
yes,
come back. You understand?
yes,
For person
yes,
where be say you don't even get all this educational, certificate
yes,
and everything to back and up to get into professional job when you come back. What you go do?
yes, yes. So that
Let's
is
say
why I
that
say
you just dey do normal job. Say
yes.
okay, let me just get
You don't
enough
dey
money
make
and
money.
save to go back.
So
Go abroad
yes,
now, anyhow, you go
yes,
make money.
anyhow. So
So
yes, what I
what
will
is he
say.
supposed to do?
Yes, this is what I will say. If you are listening to me and you have that mind, please, I cannot tell you the exact business, but this is the three things you must do. This requirement that business must meet. Number one, less people. If the business what you want to do, now the kind of business we just require maybe one, two to distribute, less people. Avoid direct contact to multiple customers. Okay. Let's say if you are doing buying and selling, say even though if you know, say if I bring these goods to Nigeria, they will sell them directly to people for let's say 2 naira. But if you get distributor, go carry am for 150. Pack and give them, make you rest. Leave the 50 cover extra gain. Do you understand me? Avoid less people.
Yes.
That's number one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that is number one. Avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Not say I get 30 workers in Nigeria.
Keep the
No,
numbers
that is
down.
keep
Just
the numbers
yeah.
down. Keep it
Mm-hmm.
down. If you dey open factory like pure water factory, say na bottle water you want to do. Example, when you want do, look for distributor, outsource am to them. Avoid too many responsibilities to your company. Okay? Like, let's say for instance, if you know, say you did, like I said just now, if you dey produce like water for us, like bottled water for that country or something, make sure say if you do your production side, they don't look for somebody who go carry the distribution, give am. So that when you count and give am, anything we say, now you know. Even though say you know, say they make small money inside, don't be too interested in all the profits. Avoid
Mm-hmm.
outsourcing. Just outsource so that you know you are dealing with. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? That is a good way to go.
Somebody talk say, Bola say, if Niger can deal with someone like Brother Bio, I rest my case.
You don't talk and finish now.
Brother
Auntie
Bio,
B,
you
no be joke.
run.
Oh.
You
Me
run.
when be say, you know say I
Hey,
stubborn die.
Jesus.
Auntie B, now abroad cool me. I stubborn die. No be say I dey talk am here on social media. No fit call dey talk. When I say stubborn, even if I dey do building project or anything, they talk am. They'll say they don't listen at this guy be this. So the way I would do my
Even
thing.
Ola self get experience. Ola say, from 100,000, I came back with 10,000
He get luck,
and
he
I
carry
just
10
rest.
concept. What did they talk? He
As
said he carry
he
10.
said, as
You
far
not
back as
try.
2009 is
Yes, now.
Ola,
Ah,
Ola, so you have stories.
Auntie
Jesus.
B, this
Hardly
thing when
before
I
you go
did
see
tell you,
diaspora when you get story of starting a business. The business you did in
when
Nigeria, Jesus.
when they won't tell you about that business, they go use sweet math, calculator for you, like say, if you put your body, no listen to that sweet math. Oh. If they calculator for you,
Even Ben self, even Ben say I invested in camp business now, wahala. I
uh-huh.
try sales and distribution for where then chop me pass. I beg save yourself.
Auntie B, I said I don't do this is what they tell you. We know we can't come social media, can't talk everything. We don't do many of those things. At the end of the day, now there I shake my head.
Somebody they
I
asked
say
very
which
funny
way?
question. Brabio, see this question. Oh, Stefan said, "What about contract? Have a contract for everything on paper. Contract
That
they
one
work
not be
for
the
Niger.
assessing what would they talk now. That one, no, what she's trying to say, we don't talk of that one. That is like I think she's trying to say, but not
No,
be say contract. Oh, if you go contract not work. Oh.
contract with your staff and everybody that is working with
No,
you.
forget that one. Which contract? What are you saying?
Stefan, Nigerians contract.
Contract waiting. Auntie B, make I even
Now
test
contract we
Stephanie,
go
make for
chop.
no. May I first
Are
tell her
you
me no.
kidding?
Wait first, Auntie B. Just one
You don't know
story
how
here.
stubborn
Why
Nigerians
you gonna say
are.
contract no go work? Do you believe say they
Hey.
brought three people to come and do security for one of my this thing those days? They don't fill paper,
Uh-huh.
they don't drop ID card, they don't do everything, right? I tell them to go, they go. The next day they come. Now inside one of the inner pocket, now we see the original passport of what they call an ID card of the man, which means
Now
the
fake
one
one
wey
they
he
bring
give
come.
us na the fake one.
Hey,
So
brother
the
Bill,
reason I'm
I
saying
don't know
this
what to
is
talk.
there are many. See, and to know say one country, there are many things where they make things not they work. Apart from the
Mm-hmm.
people,
Mm-hmm.
even this abroad, not be saying no be the
Mm-hmm.
same people there, but the system is made up that if you mess up somewhere, they will catch you
You go
tomorrow.
pay. Yeah, you go pay.
Do you understand me? Auntie B, if you go and work in British Airways today, God forbid, the person mess up there. If he live there and want to go and work in Delta Airways, by the time they don't even give him that job, before they allow him come start, they go do background check. If the sheet welfare sheet for British Airways, they go see am. So what I'm trying to tell you in essence is most of these people doing these things in Nigeria, especially where they rent businesses, from my own friends, so that have even known that have money 10 times more than me way back, we end up discovering that those people who kill their businesses, they have also killed a business somewhere else before. Hello?
I didn't hear
Oh, I
you,
just
my
want to make sure.
brother. I
So
didn't
it
hear,
is
brother
clear that,
Bio.
but why did they
In
not
fact,
know?
we just
Why did
hey,
they not know? Because there
Chineke.
is no system in place that can tell you of who you are even employing, if that makes sense. Now
Ultimate,
when they don't,
ultimate
now when you
enigma
don't
say
catch them finish,
Africa is the
eh?
only place. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Africa is the only place where your security needs security.
Yes, so it don't tell you finish now.
You need to hire security on top of your security. Oh, I love you, ultimate
Auntie
enigma. You are
B,
so funny.
I took, I
People,
took,
people I don't
I
see,
took
they don't
three of
see.
my dogs. You know what I tell you so? Three of my dogs on my own personal, because I was a fan of, I was a lover of dogs. So because of the with the get access to dog food and everything, I bought dogs. I had many dogs. I took three dogs somewhere. They thief the dog where I say me go take do security because na expensive dog. They still thief the dog.
They thief the dog.
Yes, security dog, the thief one. Unlucky for the person, the guy that they went to sell the
One
dog
full
for,
dog, one full dog
he
there
come from
soon. Who
Canada.
that below?
The guy came from Canada. So when the only
They
thing
Can you
now, the
imagine?
guy
thief
come from
security.
Canada. Now when they come see him, the guy come say the dog get a tiger skin. Now come say tiger skin. You know? Now somebody come say one of my friends he get tiger skin dog. When they share the page with me, the picture. Now they put hand for head. Oh,
But I
that's
be
a
how
beef.
far? How you there?
I
Moraye,
did find my brother, I
Mustafa
beg
Ye.
you.
They show
They
brother
thief the
Bio.
dog.
Aye, and live they show you the thief security
Naija
dog.
people will show
Naija.
you. They will show
Never say
you.
anything. The only people, so that we just let brother talk finish. The only people, if you do see, until the when people they tell you say Nigeria business day here, please do not be deceived. Watch out to some of these people, they have influence to government. You understand?
They steal
If you
dog.
are
How
doing
can you steal
something,
dog?
They put the dog to sleep. They'll steal
What
it.
Nigerians cannot do, it does
does
not
not
Does not
exist.
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 See the talk, see
Exactly.
this and that. Mm.
But I feel people don't laugh tire for comment section. Your stories,
You they
you
talk
can
of
write a
fowl.
book on
Auntie
starting
B, you dey
Hands
talk of
on
fowl. What of the egg?
evidence.
What of the egg? You dey talk of fowl. Before you come in the morning, those egg where the fowl lay, they don't pack up. They talk of a
It
fowl.
don't disappear.
Fowl, at least fowl go say they make cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. What of egg? They don't remove all the egg.
Yes, now it's the worst. Anything agriculture or farming in nature is the worst. It's the
Oh,
I
worst,
thank you,
beg
man.
brother
you.
Bio. I really
All
enjoyed
right.
that conversation, bros. God
What I
bless you.
enjoy. Take
Thank
care. I
you.
was just touched by this.
Salute
That was
our
why I
wife.
came in.
Oh,
All right, sure
thank
will.
Love to
you.
your
People
family,
don't
bro.
laugh tire. We learned and also laugh. Thank you, brother Bio. We can't love you less on this platform. Ola, one on
Ma,
these stories is a lie.
I have stories, oh. I have stories, but my story is before 2010. But I think it's worse today.
It doesn't
You know,
matter. Story.
it's
Kilo
worse
shele.
today. Nigeria people, most Nigerian people.
Nigeria
See,
happened to you
that's
too.
why, that's why when we have shout out to brother Kidola when they come here and they generalize something, I give them the leeway
In
because
fact,
I
I
know
was
where they're
hoping to
coming
see
from.
Brakidola today. Today is the one day that I was hoping. Kilo de Ola Shebisha Lowani. Is today one of those days I was hoping to see Brother Kidola today
To
because
come and
when
tell
it comes
us.
to these things,
I know. That's
I don't
why.
know.
That's
Maybe
why
it's
I
not available
understand.
today.
Yeah. Because they will
Me
show
and
you
Brother
shege. They will
Kidola
show
are
you pepper.
friends now already. One thing you are
I
Kinchamo. We know
know.
the
I
fight
see.
again.
Bushiwan here. Bushiwan here. We take the time to understand
Oh
each
my
other.
God.
Once we understand that people are coming from personal experiences, we give them a little
Yes.
bit of, we allow them to generalize
Grace.
more, Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. This,
Mm.
for me, it was even back in the days. You see that song at the beginning of my show. That's a song that I
Yes.
did back in 2006. That was the early days before there was
Beautiful
Afrobeats.
girl.
Beautiful Girl, that
Yes,
song.
beautiful girl. Yeah, nice
I
song.
did a whole full
Ola, your
blown
audio is
album.
echoing, though.
Hey, can you hear me? Is it better? Maybe it's better now.
I'm hearing you, but I can hear myself in the background.
Let me make sure my audio is good. My audio should be good though. Let me just make sure that
Okay.
it should be good. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that was the first one. That was the first one. I decided to go to Nigeria to go. You see what Don Jazzy and then the band did, and they moved back to Nigeria, and they,
Yeah.
they bank it up. And we were the ones ahead of that. And the way I wanted
Right.
to do it, I wanted, because I'm a producer. I play the keys. I play music. So I wanted to actually launch a label and actually do, you know, everybody. We had people that used to work for Ray Power, people that used to work for AIT 5 years before that point, claiming that they worked for them at that point in time.
They were claiming.
And they were claiming that they were still working for them. And then when we start to dig through some of the stories, you start to find out these people had not worked for those companies for years. You see what I'm saying?
Jesus.
They didn't work for them for years, and they will eat. So it starts with you taking them out to eat. They do small consultation. They start with small things like that. That was my first experience in that time period, to understand that these people, and we're talking about people that are family men. Some of them are women too. That they are like consultants, quote unquote. Oh
I'm
yeah, I
talking
work for
about
them.
now
Yeah,
that robbed this person. The one that robbed this the UK man that went to Nigeria is a woman that stole.
uh-huh.
She was stealing, and then she got fired because she was stealing, and then she decided to buy all the hens
Nigerians are the first
and
one
wreck.
to teach me. I've been a consultant longer than knowing the word consultant, but it wasn't. We didn't use labels here. When I graduated as an engineer back then, they say engineer. They say you have to put engineer on the plastic they distributed at our wedding 16 years ago. You want to put engineer Ola. Me, I never understand such language. I've never worked as an engineer, so of course in Nigeria taught me a consultant. I was already a consultant years before that, before I knew that it was consultant, because they were all consultants, essentially. So they will eat. I have pictures of some of them on my phone still to today, that they will. So that was my first experience. Then in 2008, when I experienced the real estate crash in 2008, I had some good money saved, because that's my background, real estate. So I was like, maybe we enter car business. Maybe we can import some cars into Nigeria and start to do the worst decision ever. Brand new cars.
Yeah,
Auntie B.
yeah.
Brand new
Cars is
cars.
always back then, now, and forever. Do not go into car business. Don't. It never works. In fact,
Listen,
I've come to believe that for you to succeed in car business, man need go baje or to have some strong occultic power alone.
you know what I first started seeing? Okay, so I went to Nigeria, and then I started seeing all these cars on the streets of Nigeria. They will park them, they will put for sale on top of them. At that point, and you see them in small corner. Me like by Mama Puti, me like by Buka. Some of them you just start seeing them and say, this is one chance. I just thought the first news I got was that one of the cars was stolen from a dealer's lot.
Lobaton.
Stolen from a dealer's lot.
Advertise it for sale.
Now, the one of my brothers, one of my best friends, who actually linked me up with the people that were in charge of it, he also had some cars too. They actually found my own car, because I made a call to, I know Leño. We made some calls, and they shook some people up, and they released my own car. They released my own car. He never found his car. Tizzy they knew his own car. They released my own car. But anyway, that old story, about $100,000 came back as $10,000. And at that time, I also went broke because of everything that went on. Afi Jeonyo, that was the end of that one. So since, after that, I was like, okay, you know what? I've always been a hustler. I've never really worked a day job. So after that, I said, okay, Baba, because this was a business I wanted to do with my dad. I said, And my dad really could never understand the concept. I said, you cannot ship cars to Nigeria. You can't hold money inside a car. He didn't understand the concept of holding money inside the car. You cannot have a car, hold your money hostage, and you send it on water to Nigeria, and you are waiting for the money to come back. What you need to do is have them give you deposit, at least 50%. And then you go find the car for them. And then they pay for the shipping, they pay for the clearance, and then they give you the balance once the car reaches Nigeria. After you have to release the car, after they give you deposit, and then after they give you the balance, then you give them the car. In fact, as a matter of fact, after that, shortly after that, I said, no, you can't even do that. That's even a bad idea. Have them send the full money for the car. Have them pay you $300 to $500 as your own fees to go and find the car for them. And then you ship it, and then they have to worry about clearing and all that kind of stuff. But they'll pay you because when you do the math, right, that money that you put, so let's say you paid $5,000 into a car, right? You bought the car, you put it you shipped it yourself with your own money. And if you do that math, the return on investment is negative before that money gets back here. If that money comes back here at all, for the most part, working padawa. And those that call themselves dealers, so there was a lot of dealers back here in the 90s, in the 2000s. There were a lot of dealers around here in New York area, and that's what most of them did. They would just take orders. But to you, it looks like they are shipping cars and they are spending all this money. If you don't know anything, or if you have no experience, if you were naive, I was in my 20s, so I didn't know anything. If you're naive, you just put all your money inside of these cars. That money will be sitting in the car for 6 months before it has a chance of coming back at any return of investment. More likely, it will come back at negative return on your investments. Meaning, when you're worth anything more. So, and then also, if I'm doing business with Nigeria today, this is my advice for everybody listening. I agree with the idea of services that Brother Bio was talking about. If you're doing business, it's better that it is services rendered by Nigerians that is being exported back to here. Okay? So, for example, someone like you, Auntie B, you have some editings to do and stuff like that. You can pay people a couple of bucks before they translate it to Naira. It means a lot, right? And then they have to do editing for you. And they edit. After they edit videos, what they deliver that they get paid for. No risk, nothing. And if they don't show up tomorrow, you replace them. You have system, like I said in the chat, you have to create systems. You create systems like a standard operation or procedure where they follow step by step how to edit your videos, how you like it edited. And if they disappear tomorrow, you just give that same system to another person. You can find them easily. Right. That's the only business you can do with Nigeria. And it's actually better, and that's what Nigeria needs today. Nigeria does not need to be importing anything into Nigeria anyway, right now. They should be exporting. So if they can export some services, that's one way we can serve. That's one way we can make money from them and make money with them. Even more importantly, make money with them. But outside of that, it's not worth it because, and it's actually worse for family members. Just in case you're wondering, oh, my brother, my sister. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this. Family members. It's worse. Oh no, Ijama Pari. In fact, when you start to dig through it, let me tell you the worst ones, right? Somebody else robbed your own family. The best case scenario is this, right? Worst case scenario is that your own brother actually stole from you. I know that part is sad, right? But the worst one is that your own brother actually outsourced to another person, and that person outsourced to another person, right? And before you know it, your brother is just, or your sister is just telling you stories. And there's no money, right? So if they say, I have this person help me. For example, when they stole my car, I told you when they stole my car, it was at it wasn't the person I was dealing with directly. So even the person I was dealing with directly found it disrespectful that I called a person to help us shake people up. It's like I should have left it to him to handle. I said, no, I can't wait for you to handle it because clearly they stole the car from you. How can I allow you to handle it? You see what I'm saying? So it's a messy. Let me tell you the first experience with it. I'll tell you this last one, Auntie B. This last one, very short.
The car. I need to go, and Ben is here to share his own too.
There's this one story. I put 4 cars, I think 3 or 4 cars inside of a container. If it wants in that container, Container jabo, the container dropped from the conveyor. All the cars smashed each other inside of the container.
Jesus.
Before the car enters streets in Nigeria. So we now have to spend money on fixing the cars, body shop in Nigeria. Listen, it's bad business.
Now I
But
understand
Abio
what you were
said 1 out of
saying,
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Abio said
Now I
1 out of
understand what
10.
you were saying.
I think that money that number is worse than that. I don't think it's 1 out of 10.
Maybe
I think it's
0.5.
worse. Yeah.
You know what you were saying? One time you mentioned that I haven't heard all these stories before, but you mentioned one time Kwe, that you made so much money before you were even, before you were even 35 and you lost all of it.
Before 30. Yeah, before 30.
One day we're talking about before 30,
This
yeah.
this is a token of
And
it.
you lost
Yeah.
all of it. Wow.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear these stories before. I've never heard these stories before. Wow.
Or just story
Wow.
Mbo. Another day. Let me
Thank
leave you so you
Thank
can
you.
talk to Brother Ben. We'll talk soon.
Brother Ben, your Undo brother is here. He came today. Yesterday he was busy fighting people in the comment section. Ben, why your wala? Wala long. Ni wala.
At me, you know, say Obodo 5, they give person joy. You go just laugh.
They like you
Today,
well. They too like you. For
today,
comment section, they go say, you like to you go why you they always like to play devil's advocate? Why? You know,
oh
say you
my
they enter that
sister,
comment
don't be
section, they
so
find
at
their
me.
trouble. And you know how they go to respond. You said the woman touch down one.
And he CC, Temiti, Chidima, Only Babe, Rebecca, all of them, they are troublemakers. They are the one looking for
They
my
know you.
trouble.
They know you and they're ready for you.
They are the one always looking for my trouble at me. Oh,
Oh,
at me, honestly,
welcome,
you see
my
this
brother.
topic that you bring today, I don't laugh tire for here. I
We're
don't
not
even
teaching business in Nigeria. Eh?
TB. You know, see, all the people say that they collect breakfast. Me, I collect breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Kilo shele. Today is the day of sharing failed businesses.
And TB, man, I just feel me shaking.
Mm.
Oh my
What should
God.
you shake
In
it?
fact, Auntie B, oh, I know we
Eh?
share so many
Only
things.
two
No,
bang
all
any.
Auntie, all I can start with is to just tell people that okay, you're joking apart. There are still wonderful people in Nigeria. There are still great people in Nigeria you can do business with, or you can ask to do something for you. The problem is how to find them. Okay, so let's just clear that one first so that people no go talk, say, oh, this platform, maybe we are saying something negative. It's not all about that. We are just trying to point things out that people can learn from in future. So now that I've said that, Auntie B, my first breakfast was when I was doing car business. Hello, ma.
Mungbo, I'm listening.
When I was doing car business, so
This car
my
business,
jaja go dey.
Nisha, Akileri, Lori, car business,
No,
car business.
and that is where we all started from now. You know, when you first enter Yankee like this, yeah, especially when you understand Nigeria matter, that car business is the easier one. You can buy from auction, you can fix here, or you have them to fix it in Nigeria, you resell, you make good money. So me, I go put hand. It's been working for everybody. All my Igbo friends that they do and me, they work. When it reach my own, car business turn to car business. And I will buy car here, send to Nigeria. Before we even look for the car, they will tell me this is the type of car people are looking for. Monteba say delay, man, make see what you're gonna make. If you buy this, me too, I'll start popping money, do everything. By the time the car go reach Nigeria, my car go dey there, they will tell me story. Bros, they don't the price am low. Okay, that they don't the price am low now. That one they go there until I'll be like, okay, guys. By the time I see that what I have left is like I'm gonna break even. Maybe with shipping, buying, shipping, clearing, and everything, the amount when they tell me say the person won't buy it now the amount will be say it will cover all that I've spent. I was, oh yeah, make una sell now. Okay, one customer they call go come buy and they'll call me back the next day, tell me say, they don't come now. The man look the car again. He said the car resemble waiting they buy for auction. Who don't know say na auction we buy motor. Now so they go remove like 200K again. Auntie B, at the end of the day, I will be the one struggling to just get something back from the car business. Now, so I did that for a while. I'm like, these people go kill me. My mind will not be at rest. The one day my wife tell me, say, you better stop now. They fit tell you, say they don't thief your motor one day. That's why I was laughing when Brola was talking about it. The one when my mother talks, said every time he said every thief motor one day. I wake up in the middle of the night. I begin call the guy where the motor day for in place. He no pick up. Auntie B, 3 vehicles. I want shit for body. I go, the guy no gree answer. Now I call my brother, say, let me go check him. Let me go check. When he finally answer, he say, somebody carry one motor, go test drive. From there, he no quick come. The batch. Remember, he say somebody carry motor, go. Say, person carry motor, go test drive. Say, my heart don't cut. I don't almost want faint. Say, they don't thief this motor. They don't thief this motor. When he come tell me, say, no, they no thief. Say, nah, bash them, bash. I say, okay, thank God. As we just clear all those one finish, now I say, no, I'm not doing car business again. The next one, now I say, okay, you know, as all these Jumia, everything day now. So I'm like, okay, let me replicate something similar like that and do it at around the Okuku area in Lagos. Now, so I start distribution business. So, Auntie B,
what's it they distribute, brother Ben? What's it?
Good food stuff, all this packaged food stuff, Indomie, whatever. We are just buying directly from the main manufacturers. You know, we buy a bulk, then we sell in retail, we distribute it with our own vehicle. I invested between 18 to 20 million naira on that business, Auntie B. And this is as far back as 2016, 2017. Auntie B,
my goodness.
I learned. When I was investing, doing everything, strategizing on the business. That's why I left a comment earlier that I have learned that as a man, if you want to do anything, if your wife tell you, say, hey, she get one kind command about the business, bros, think twice. Oh. This particular one,
don't do it.
My wife warned me. My wife warned me, but I look at the proposal, I look at all the visibility report,
I bet she
everything
did.
we
She
did.
warned you.
It was very so perfect. It had to be. The business was so it looks too good. Oh jeez.
Back then, brother, you just be like, oh, you have to do it. Somebody told me, said, all you need is $500,000 and then you can build any business. I said they will wipe your $500,000 off your face. You won't see money. Nothing will be
honestly, brother. So I started everything. I put it in motion. As I'm speaking with you right now, I have LLC in Nigeria. This may be as merchandise. I register it. I spent, you know how it be now. I spent close to 500,000 to even get that business registered with CAC alone and everything. Then we go ahead, we rent store. I have to buy van, and then I have to put down a very huge amount of capital because the business is capital intensive. You know. Then I have to buy some franchise deals, just so many things, so that I can be buying from all those Unilever, then Dangote product. It's different manufacturers for Nigeria. That business start now. Even when the day I sent the biggest amount of money to Nigeria, my wife still wake up that day and say, hey, babe, I'm telling you, my spirit is just against this business. But me, I like to be pragmatic. I'm like, okay, you tell me, bring your pen and paper. Let's look at the analysis. Show me how this business cannot work. She says she's not analyzing nothing, that her spirit is telling her that this business will not work. I verse, as if you forget this woman.
You know, Brother Ben, this is a good example of what, you know, it will look like I'm linking it back to relationship, but it's a good example of what we'll be talking about when it comes. See, on paper, on surface, something might look very, very good, right? But even in business, they have a way that they do studies for the culture, for the environment, like even language, things like that. It's not just the numbers, right? So for you and I back then, we just look at the numbers. How much before you send 5 cars, you make your profit, you come back, right? It is coconutted, nothing else, Nini. It's coconutted.
I tried though, to the point I have to rent apartment for staff. You know, Nigeria traffic. When my manager go, they give me an excuse. My manager was living at which area herself? Say is Sherry side or something. The guy would not get to the store on time and everything. I'm like, look, I can't do this. Then later, he now opened up to me that I actually was living with somebody, blah, 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 blah. And just like Brabio said right now, there is no system to even do background check on anybody or something. So at the end of the day, I have to rent a self-contained apartment. And with another extension, I say, okay, any staff where they work for me, if you know you are having accommodation issue or maybe transportation, come and live here. Manager enter that apartment. The second month, night the manager at the time say, Oga, I just want you to know I'm planning my wedding now that I've gotten a place to stay. I'm like, what? Jesus. I rented apartment, so business go fit move. You enter there, now marriage you what can do. And business was struggling.
Manager up to marry. Manager that's been waiting when never married. Meanwhile, somebody, George, this is our brother George from the other day, said that he's got positive results from doing business in Nigeria. Thank God. Somebody has a good testimony, and he's saying that he's been selling cars to Nigeria for over 10 years, and now he's buying heavy duty equipment for people. But it is different, and his case may be unique because he said, I deal with people in the northern parts of Nigeria.
Let me read those. This part says buying heavy equipment for people. That means he's collecting the money up front. You can still do that business if they're paying for it. Just don't put your own money on the line. You see, if they're paying for it, they will protect it. Right? If you're paying for it, they don't like. If you're the one, the point here is this. Of course, you can import into Nigeria and make some money, but there's too many forces against you. Can we start with the currency, Naira? You can have you can have your money in dollars or in dollars. You're counting your money is going to be paid in Naira, and that bunch of equipment is on the ship already, right? That's what happened to Otedola when he first lost all those hundreds of billions now, because he had a bunch of stuff on water, you know. So it's the environment. It's not necessarily even about the people. It's the environment, the condition, the economy.
People are talking about car business. Now people are doing car business and making money. Well, I don't know. Depends anyway. But I will never.
See, they're not listening. Whoever is still saying that's not listening.
The thing is, car business is if you have a very good person, a trustworthy person in Nigeria. Like I said, all the time I was sending cars, I was losing money until I met one guy on Facebook. That guy actually is a Muslim. I'm a Christian. When we now talk, it was when one of my car was hanging that the money and everything want to disappear. When I just posted something about it on Facebook, and the guy is like, I can help you with this. So where is it? Then I asked for his number. I gave me, we spoke. The guy helped me navigate everything, and then the car came out. After that, I did business with him. I sent like, I think 4 cars after that. I will just send it directly to him. In fact, I will buy from auction, and from auction, they will just ship it straight to him. He will be the one to fix it, do everything, and then sell it. So I didn't have any problem with him at all. That's
how much? Let me ask you, Brother Ben, how much did you pay the least you paid for a car from auction? $1,000?
No, it depends. It depends on the kind of car you're buying.
Give me something now, $800. Give me something.
No, at that time, most of the cars that I'm buying, they are in the range of 2,500, 3,500.
So if you have 2,000,
that's expensive.
That's a lot of money. You will lose money, but Ben, it's not even about how small or how big, right? It's about that small change will add up eventually. You will lose your money. It's not about the people too. I just said that it's not about your brother or your sister who is trustworthy. It's about that system, right? There are forces against your money.
Back then, bro, you know, the dollar was at the time when the dollar was hovering between 300 to 360. It was relatively stable then. It doesn't go that far apart and stuff like that. So when I did business with that Muslim guy, I actually recovered some of my money because the guy was good. I've never even seen the guy till today, but he was really, really good. Now, outside that, in fact, before we leave you guys, why I just make I come
here
now,
just to support, but actually change their mind.
Just to support what Brabio and Brola have said.
1 hour 30 minutes. I said I will do 1 hour. We change my mind. The Bible.
Auntie B,
Oh yeah,
you know the one,
brother
the
Bill,
one,
Ben. Oh yeah, hand up.
you know the one wey make me enter studio, so Auntie B. This year again, from I think from November, I've been noticing the idea that I just have to get something going on in Nigeria. Because why? I bought a couple of lands here and there, and when I'm buying those lands, I usually buy them in two plots, so they don't complete. They are not gonna get anything to do with that. So since like November, I now say, you know what? Let me start thinking of what to do with this land. So now, so I can't see goat business. So somebody sent goat business proposal to me. I look at it. It looks so lucrative. I enter YouTube. I begin.
They send proposal to you, brother.
They are everywhere, to be. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. Have you seen them on TikTok? Yeah.
What business?
So,
I'm a ring.
If you watch the YouTube business, if you watch the YouTube video of goat business, you will fall in love with it too. I watch over 50 videos of.
No, I think it's I think now me, I'm generalizing now. I'm speaking from a personal. Anything that can die overnight because they give them something to drink.
What is the
it's a bad idea.
Business, though, brother Ben?
Now, I now call my brother that because I have this other land with my brother. My brother have the other part of it. I hold 2 plots closer to him, fenced everything, but I've not even planned what to do. So I now told my brother that I wanted to invest in this goat business. I explained it to my brother. I sent the proposal, everything. It all looked good. But my brother happens to be a pastor, like real pastor, and he's my same papa, same mama with me. So my brother now asked me one question. The moment I said I'm going to start sending guys to him so we can start doing, my brother said, how many security did I plan to hire for the goat farm? I said, security as well. My brother said, well, so with what I...
Goats. People that thief chicken cannot thief goat, Abi.
Auntie B, my brother told me that I have to hire 4 security. 2 in the daytime, 2 at night. I'm like, how much am I investing in goat? See, that is where I dropped the entire idea.
Run the clock, 24 hours. You don't want to hire? Oh, first of all, you are joking. You are not ready to do goat business, brother Ben Jari.
Yeah.
Auntie B, now I can't tell your wife for house. Now I wait for the day my wife was very happy. Now I can say, babe, I've seen one perfect business. Mm-hmm. You see, that good business, people are doing it now. Auntie B,
you didn't fear from all past experiences now. Don't tell her you are working very. You are scared now, babe.
Auntie B,
what did she say?
Auntie B, my madam flew up. She almost won't jump from my head.
Now the next one is going to go buy a dog. He's going to go buy a dog to protect goats.
You want to do goat business after cat business after goat.
And they will steal your dogs and your goats all together.
My madam a very funny woman being.
Security dog was funny.
My madam say
perfect business.
My madam say before I start this one this time, make I go arrange where they go bury me when I die. she said, you know what they're gonna do to you this time?
You know,
your goat has grown to up to 150 goat. Then they go clear the OT for Nigeria. We hunger. Then you won't do this. Now I go remove my hand for the business.
You know, this issue is greed. Is greed and thinking that you can just multiply. You think you can just multiply money anyhow, and that's a lot of people come here. They come for the Japa for the first time and they start making some money and they think it's just easy. It's just Sebi is just Agbado. We just do Oko Agbado. We just do all those things. Have devourers that can come in and devour the whole thing without your without your brother or your personal person being a thief. Those things, everything, even all these businesses have to be protected. When I was growing up, so there are some years that my grandfather will not see cocoa because some things have come into the farm and devour everything. That's the person that's watching the cocoa every day. There are some years like that. There are some years that the rain will not rain the way it's supposed to rain. And we don't factor any of those things in. We're just doing math on paper. We don't factor any of those things in. That's the issue with some of these things.
So,
And sometimes we have to
mm,
collect before we realize, yeah, it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, thank you, Auntie B.
George,
Thank you,
hi.
Auntie B. Thank you, everybody, man.
Thank you. Thank you, brother Ben. I appreciate you, my brother. You don't laugh, laugh, laugh. Listen to your
Uh,
madam. You know, say you know listen the last time. If you don't listen this time around, wagba, you go collect.
Ah,
You better listen to her.
woto
Women
woto.
have intuition that you men you go collect woto woto this time. You don't want you. Not goat business.
Okay.
No, people are hungry. No, even the security go steal them. Eh? Brother George, welcome. You say you have a different experience.
Yeah, actually, I do. How you all doing?
Welcome, brother
Hi,
Judge.
welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Ola, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir. Good to see you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've followed your program once in a while. You know, sometimes I catch up with your program and I've appreciated your contribution. Okay, I can hear
Thank you.
myself. So
Thank you.
do I need to log out of my
No,
thing?
you're good. You're good. Continue.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
I'll
carry
mute.
on.
okay. Okay, so anyways, this issue about Nigerian business is you're right. If you're not careful, you're gonna you're gonna lose a lot. Like I've heard of people losing money and stuff like that. Most especially when you're doing business with family. Be careful, you know, with family and stuff like that. But I've had positive stories about all positive experience doing business in Nigeria, buying cars and shipping them. I've been buying cars and shipping. I still have a dealer's license. Actually, I make more money shipping cars to Nigeria and selling cars here than actually my regular job. So I'm right now at work, but I do make money doing still shipping cars to Nigeria. So it depends on where you're shipping your cars to or who you're doing business with. So I have
Right.
noticed that in the northern part of Nigeria, people are still a little bit honest compared
More honest.
to
That's true. I agree with you.
yes,
Yeah.
you
We
know.
always said it
So
that Hausa people tend to be the most honest people in Nigeria. Not
yes,
everybody,
yes,
but the majority
yes,
of them are quite honest in business. Yeah.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah. So so that's the thing, and that is the only reason. So I would advise people if you want to do business, do not just look at your region. Do your research, do your due diligence, look around Nigeria, ask questions, and don't just jump into the business. Do your research. Like do your to be in all honesty, Olau can testify. He jumped into the business without actually looking at it, doing his research, and doing the real legwork. You know, so is the story of Bo. I mean, from what I'm saying, okay, Ola, you guys can,
No, no, I hear you, bro. You're
you
saying
guys can,
you're absolutely on point there, which is what we're telling everybody, which is
yes,
do your
exactly,
homework.
yeah,
Part of what I would have detected from the homework if I could jump into my 44-year-old self from 26, right? Part of
yep,
what I would have learned, what I would have assessed is the economy, the environment, the currency. How fast is the currency deteriorating? Once upon a time, $1 was 69 kobo. When my father came into this country, it was 69 kobo to $1. I want you to get that's the trend. It's not going to stop anytime soon, at least not overnight. It will take some work. And all of that affects the business. So again,
absolutely,
I completely agree with you that in any business we have to do market research. And I think
yeah,
the caveat here is that market research does not end on paper. It's not just about you go legwork too. You have to actually do the assessment of the environment. What are the different
environment,
factors? And when somebody is pulling out $2,000 to invest in car business, the last thing they're thinking about is market research. They're just thinking about how they can make that money overnight, unfortunately.
yeah, the quick money. They
The quick
think,
money.
oh, I made somebody made flipped, made $2,000 on the car. Oh, that's easy. Oh, if I put two
Exactly.
thousand, I make 2,000. That's easy. But
That's
then when you
easy.
put your money, you find out, boom, your money is gone.
It's gone, and they don't come
So
back and tell us they lost two
that,
thousand dollars. They don't come back and
yeah,
tell us that part.
exactly.
Yeah,
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 yeah, for real.
yep.
So, so that's my contribution. I would say, do your research. Do your research. All area in Nigeria is not really bad, and I find it. How would I put it? So let's say now, okay. And you just said something about export now. The import, if for smart people, we shouldn't be exporting anything to Nigeria anymore. We should be looking to export out of Nigeria. And that's the area I'm going into now. I'm now looking into exporting stuff from Nigeria, exporting to other
So
countries. Um,
I want to pick your mind, George, about this
yeah,
because I started off by talking, sharing the story about someone who went to Nigeria to from the UK to start a poultry
yeah.
business and how an employee ruined that business after 5 years. So this is a serious issue about the attitude. The last show when we're talking about Nigeria, we're talking about how mindsets, the mindset that people have is not just people who are in governance or politicians, but it's across board. Why would I employ you? I'm paying you a salary. You're stealing from my business. You're trying to ruin my business. And so I take actions, appropriate actions against you. Now you're gonna go and ruin the whole business. What about
Mm,
that? I know you're advising that people should do their homework. What can you we are talking about, the attitude of people who you employ to work with you. Because you can't do it alone.
um, that's true. For there are a lot of people like that in Nigeria. It's sad that that happened to that individual. But the thing is, there for every one person like that person that did that thing, like Ola said, the BO statistic may be a little bit, even if BO is being kind to Nigerians,
It's
failed
generous.
business.
Bio is
So yeah,
generous.
generous. He's been generous to Nigerian failed business, but it could be one in
Uh,
100. But the thing is, even in United States, right? The statistics shows that 25% of every startup failed within the first year, and
mhm.
45 fails within 5 years, and 75 fails before 10 years. So business is a risky thing. Is a You have to
Mhm.
be super smart. You have to be business minded.
Right.
Most of us are not. So let's say you grew up, you were never brought up in business. You never did trade and anything. You went to school, you studied engineering, and then all of a sudden a concept came to mind. Somebody said, "Hey, invest in this thing." Investment is not your thing, and boom, you jumped into it. It's gonna be rocky. It's gonna be hard. Like that person, he would have followed that person maybe in a different approach if you would have been really grounded in business. Like I'm not blaming the person that did
What would
that to
he
him.
do if
It's
somebody is
his
stealing
fault.
from you? What can you do?
Um,
The
I
woman
don't know.
was stealing two hens. He was stealing two hens from the poultry farm every week.
If
Hmm.
somebody if
Are you going
somebody
to
is
say,
stealing
okay,
and to be, what else is there to do than to
uh,
terminate the appointment? Abi Momi is
there's
questioning.
nothing else to do?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
that's
tell.
There's
that's
nothing else,
yeah,
in my
that's true.
opinion.
He didn't do anything wrong at all. It's just a heel fate that's dealt with, and you will face people like that. You will come across people like that in life. But again, that shouldn't deter us from investing back in Nigeria. People, please do not do a lot of importing into Nigeria. Go look at how you can export out of Nigeria. And when you're doing it, do your due diligence, do your follow up, follow a blueprint, something somebody already did and they're successful at it. I mean, I'm talking about honest people. Do your research, do your market research. Take Nigerian is growing than just going in and just starting something from from a layman's point of view, like just how would I cut it, or like help me, like jumping into it without doing your survey. So do your research,
Common
do
sense. I
and
use common sense for that. They use common sense to approach business. It doesn't work.
yeah, yeah, it doesn't exactly. Yeah, they
Yeah.
try to use common sense. Oh, I know these people, or hearsay. That's the word, hearsay. Oh, this person made so money, but you're not
Mm,
that person, you know. So
mm, mm.
and also be on ground, like fully on ground. If you don't have
He
the
was
time,
there.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
there.
that's true. He was
Mm-hmm,
there. He was there. He was there. So
mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard. I had a positive
Can you
experience
see?
doing business
See
in
all the
Nigeria.
chicken? Can you see all the hens? See all the
Mm,
hens? Can you see? See,
yeah,
somebody gave them something to, delete, to buy
to
all of
wipe them
them,
out.
to
Yeah,
wipe them out
yeah.
completely. You
Mm.
see, this is
That
money
is
that is wasted.
diabolical. That's that aspect of Nigeria that do
That's
not
juju.
that
That's juju.
yeah, that do not move us forward. This is one of the things that sets us back. We take one step forward, we take two step backward. We've been doing this
So
thing
did
from
he do
generation
wrong
and
that he employed people? He gave them a source of livelihood. He paid them salaries. Why repay this man with this wickedness?
No,
mm,
it's these
Why?
are these chickens. These are like chicken. These are poultry, right?
Their hands. Yeah,
Okay,
it's a poultry. These are hens that are just fine.
so yes, it's possible that somebody, all it takes is water. That's it. You put something in their water, and then
mm.
in the same token, all it takes is
They said that she
some
put,
kind of
what she
disease
did was
inside.
she put, before she
Disease can
left.
destroy a poultry like this. Oh,
No, she put poison in it and poisoned all the chicken before she left because she was sacked.
Yeah, that's what it
yeah,
looks
it's
like.
easy.
That's what
It's
it looks
easy.
like.
It's easy. Yeah, it
Yeah.
usually won't be all of them like this. This is crazy. Yeah, but yes, there's all kind of forces against this kind of businesses. That's when Brother Ben said, "Goat," as I goatee. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But every business has their own
Yeah.
upside and downside, and that's
Mhm.
I
all we're
mean,
saying
even
here.
as of
Just do your
we
studies.
want to be optimistic, we want to encourage people to do this, but seeing this, does it encourage you? No, it
No,
doesn't.
it's not
It
encouraging at
doesn't.
all. It's discouraging. Even to be honest with you guys, when you guys started talking, I'm having a second thought doing my business in Nigeria. Now, what that tells me is I have to have a second thought. I have to, even my brothers, I have to scrutinize them seriously, like really hard. Like I have to be because okay, I'm looking at doing business in Nigeria, not just from the angle of just doing business. It's from building up on what I said earlier. It's like giving back. In my opinion, it's like giving back. So I know it can sound a little bit naive, but the thing is, business in Nigeria is if business in the US is risky, business in Nigeria is 10 times risky. Are you willing to take the risk? It's all
Yeah.
risk. If people like
Mm.
them um and Dangote may be too what's it called too maybe an outlier, but there are other people doing business in Nigeria. How do they do it? Shadow these people. Talk to them. You can call a decent, good business Nigerian wealthy man that knows how he's doing, that genuinely made his money through business. Say, hey, I want to shadow you. Can I spend 2, 3 weeks, 1 month, 6 months to go
Mm.
go with you? Just come to your company, see what you
I
did,
don't think
how you did it, how do you run
that's
your
the
business.
problem, George.
I'm just
I
I'm
don't
just
think
I'm just
the
throwing
issue
something
with
out
us
there.
people. I know. I
But
understand what you're trying to say. That you need to learn. Learn how the environment works. Learn how the business works.
works.
Know more.
That's it.
Study what you want to get into. Not just jump
That's
into it.
it. You have to
I
be
do
cold.
understand
You
that.
have to
Do
be
your homework.
vicious.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can't do the.
Learn.
Thank God you said
Yeah.
yourself. You said maybe naive. All that you can't even bring that into the language at all. You have to be cold. You
Yeah.
have to be
But the
very very.
human factor
You can't.
where
Vicious.
I'm concerned about. Let's say that you've done all your homework. You've studied the environment. You learn from people who've done similar businesses. You know your stuff. Well, how are you going to deal with the human element, aka
Let
disease?
me attempt that, Auntie B. See, that question is the same question as how do you make sure your marriage lasts forever? There's no
Yeah.
such thing, Auntie B.
Yeah.
It's something that's evolving. Yesterday we were talking about marriage's work, right? It's something that's evolving. You deal with
Mm.
it day by day by day. If a person steals from you once, it's okay if they will never steal again, but you will not find out with your own business. They are terminated. Now, while you are deciding to terminate that appointment, you also have to assess all the things that are at risk. For example, they can poison all the chickens, right? So there has to be some level of security for that poultry where that person does not have access to anything, right? So even in the digital world, we have access. We have the way we key access and we stop people from accessing things. We give them access to upload videos. Like I have people that work for me on my channel that upload videos. They don't have access to do anything else other than upload videos, right? So worst case scenario, they will upload something crazy. So there's a level of trust, no question, right? But what I'm saying is that for the most part, for someone to just have access to all of it and destroy it, it says a lot about that person's business acumen. They didn't have it. They just don't have it. And part of it is that, for example, we're talking about Dangote and all these people over the last few weeks. These people are vicious. They're not people that you can go and manipulate with talk. Like, that's why I was having that conversation on my channel. Like, it's not about being nice or any of this kind of stuff where you are trying to emotionally manipulate people into doing the right thing. There's a certain type of environment, right? There's a certain number of recorded death on the road, on the road of Nigerians by Dangote's trucks on a yearly basis. If he gets sentimental about that, he will not be Dangote. You see what I'm saying? So anybody who is discouraged, by this is not a business person in the first place. That's the issue, Auntie B.
You got discouraged after you lost all that huge money. Why did you get discouraged?
No, in business. I said in business. I'm not discouraged. I've never worked for anybody.
We're still talking about business. It's business we're talking about. Yeah, you did business.
No. In that type of business. No, let me correct it, Auntie B. It's not I can never get discouraged out of being an entrepreneur. That's just a fact of life. What I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about doing business in Nigeria. You got discouraged about doing business in Nigeria.
No,
after
I never
you lost
said that.
A lot of money.
I never said that. What I'm saying. No. If I have to do business, I'm actually attempting one right now, but it's an export business out of Nigeria. Soya beans. So what I'm saying is, and remember I told you can export services out of Nigeria. I said that, right? That's why I said, again, this is not about persons. This is not about getting scared out of business, right? If you get scared out of business, you're just not a business person in the first place. That's okay, right? Which most people are not anyway. What I'm saying is that it's about assessing the situation. What I just told you is that importing business into Nigeria, importing goods into Nigeria is a highly risky business. You better know what you're doing before you attempt it. It's not to discourage anybody. If anybody get discouraged by this today, clap for yourself. You were not a business person in the first place.
Okay, Mama R, let me just take your call very quickly. Sorry, Honey Babe was even in the studio. Oh, she's gone now. Oh, so sorry. It's men. When we talk about Nigeria, it's usually men that we have. When we talk about relationship, most of them run away. Okay, Mama R, please, let's get your opinion. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, my darling.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Okay. Everybody has good points. In terms of, like, I'm not a business person, but my husband is a combination of both, and my dad too got into business after he retired. Because I am naturally risk adverse and I listen to a lot of financial shows, one thing I've learned from the financial experts is that you should never invest with the money that you are using to eat. Investment is investment is something you do.
Can you repeat that again? You should never invest.
You should never invest with the money that you're using to eat. Let me give you a few examples. Okay. My husband, like I said, he's the creative person. He has a regular job, 2 jobs, and I also have a good job. We have done businesses. He has done businesses in Nigeria. He has failed we've lost money in all of them. But guess what? We have never been impacted by it. We have never. Right. We've never lost. We've been disappointed. More the disappointment comes from me. Oh, I really want to help my people, kind of thing. But it has never affected our bank accounts. It has never affected our ability to travel. It has never affected nothing.
The lifestyle. Yeah.
It doesn't impact our lifestyle at all. Why? Because we invest. When I mean money that we used to eat, that means not our savings. We invest with extra money where we feel loss.
Right.
Money where we feel lost, we just say, you know what, we can lose this. I mean, we don't want to lose money, but we can lose it. But we don't lose
And you still
like
be
we
okay.
don't. We are fine. We are okay.
You
We
don't need
don't
that money for your survival. Yeah.
Thank you. So we have savings, but we never touch those savings for any investment. And we have our regular investments here. Like, listen, there is investments comes with risk. Even here in America, when you invest, when you're signing up your 401k or whatever you're signing, even real estate, if you read the fine print, it tells you that every investment is subject to risk. And when you're signing your 401k, it tells you that it's not protected by, it's not FDIC insured, meaning you can lose that money, right? And you cannot take them to court, but it is a more secure investment. So every investment comes with risks. Now, I know people who have taken out, they took out the what do you call it, equity from their home to go and invest, to go and buy God knows what. That
Goat
is the
business.
silly. If it's goat, it's better. At least we can see. At least we can we can kill the goat and eat it. Sure, you get. They
She said Ale
we can kill the goat and use it and make a soup.
The comment section.
At least we can make the goat. We can use and eat suya and asun. They go and throw it inside real estate where they don't have documents. And this is church. Let me not go into the church bit, but I know you know what I'm talking about. So this is what we see people do. And my dad now is retired. He has a hospital. When he did that, he has trained all of us. He has no debt. He's just having fun, honestly. He's just doing a service to humanity. He's not looking for profit because he has no debt. We're all independent and he just needs to eat 3 square meals and he's fine. Same thing with my family here, my husband here. We are not looking for, we are just doing charity, basically. So my advice to people, nothing wrong with investing. Nothing wrong with investing is risk. But please, even if you want to, like the one brother was saying here, first time businesses here in the US, a 25% crash rate for the first year. Even if you want to open up a business here in America, or in the UK, you should never invest you should have at least 6 months emergency fund. And people will say, oh, if I do that, I won't be able to start blah, 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 blah. But guess what? There's you can't just you say, oh, I don't want to do it. I want to hurry. No. It's better for you to wait and have your 6 months retirement. You do 6 months. I'm just saying 6 months, but me, I don't do because I'm risk averse. I do 12 months because I don't so you get. I don't have time for poverty. So, so 6 months emergency savings, so that if that business doesn't work, then you have something to fall back on, right?
So,
and guess what? And guess what, Auntie? A lot of people you should also find a way. I know because I know some YouTubers who also went to Nigeria. I don't know, but I've seen their videos. They also have work here, so they are working. They're getting dollars here, right? They have they do virtual work, like the IT people. So they do virtual work here, right? That virtual work is what is feeding them and their families. Now, the investment, right, is what is taking care of the business. So if that business crashes, they still have their virtual work and they're making money in dollars or pounds. So they don't quit their job. Or even if they quit their job, they find a way to make money in dollars or in pounds, being a virtual person. And then they have their investment. Their business is funding, it's separate. So I think a lot of people, and again, a lot of people are too emotional. They go with, they go with so much, which is good. It's good to have good emotions, but you have to be very calculated when you're doing business. And I'm going to just say before I wrap up. Even when my dad wanted to start business, we were like, "Oh no, Dad, don't do it, don't do it." You know, I was scared. But after that, I was like, "What does he have to lose, though? What does he have to lose? Like, he's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Except the headache of dealing with all the witches and wizards. But that's okay. That's a story for another day. But in terms of feeding,
Is this is the headache of dealing with all the witches and wizards?
witches are all the
I
witches.
want ye.
But let's leave that for another day. But in terms of feeding, accommodation, car, he don't have to worry about that. He just has to worry about the emotional side of the business. So that's why I'm saying investment is good. If you want to invest in Nigeria, invest in Africa, you can do it, but please don't ever have 6 to 12, because I'm risk adverse, 12 months. If you are more risk prone, 6 months. Take care of your children, take care of your wife, your husband, and invest with money you can lose. And also, because we're in a virtual era, you can also make money virtually working from Nigeria. So it doesn't have to be an end all game. So let's just be balanced. Let's remove so much emotion and be a little cold. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say. So
Thank you
thank you.
so much. So basically, use your disposable income.
Thank you.
Disposable. Man or low
Thank you.
rent you or mortgage
Thank
you.
you.
Don't go
Thank
and
you.
spend money. I mean, I think there's a lot of lesson in what you said, Mama Ara, because the reason
Yes.
why a lot of people are coming back now, why they have to
Mhm.
return back, is because they've used all their investments, all their income, all savings to invest in these businesses. And when it fails, they have to start from, it's like starting.
That is the problem. That is the problem. and
Mm.
and you also, like, if you are the risk adverse one, like me, you also have to be on top of your spouse, who might be a little risk prone. When I be on top of your spouse, be their monitoring spirit, be in there, just be like a hawk and watch everything like a winch. Watch it. Don't be the monitoring spirit. Don't say, "Oh, let me just leave." No, and you have to monitor everything. Make sure that the money they are using is separate from your chop money. I don't like poverty, so me, I'm very serious about it. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Mama R. She say, I mean, right, your poverty. I don't have time for more. I don't want poverty. I love that. Who likes poverty? Oshoda.
She said I'm good on that. I'm good on
Now
that.
condition, make condition. I love her. Oh
Yeah.
my God. She made that statement many times. Babe. No, right, Oshu. So
Yep.
please.
Right.
Yeah.
She
Let's round up.
said more around Dr. Mabere show in 2 minutes. She said she's risk averse. I like that she's quite self-aware about what it takes there.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to add on to that, in my own, is that I don't have any money that I can lose. You know, when she said only money you can lose, I don't have any money that I can lose, not at this stage. So now, obviously, the younger you are, you probably feel like you have money you can lose.
I
I
think
don't have it.
what she means is that money that is not going to impact on you significantly. It's not lose. Nobody wants to lose money, obviously. I think what she meant is money
But
that will not affect your
disposable.
daily life. Disposable, that's the right word. Ngozi has
Yeah,
the
yeah,
grammar for us. Disposable income.
yeah. I
Winter,
don't
thank you
have
so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. I think disposable income. Ola, stop it. Stop that car.
I don't. No, I'm being. I'm taking. See where she's coming from. I'm taking it to another level entirely. I don't
You
have
don't have any
disposable income.
disposable income.
No,
All
no,
your
it's not.
income
It's
is
not.
tied up.
It's not when it's tied. Yeah, of course. Not when it's tied to. Oh, I can lose it. No, I don't have that. I can use it to eat dinner tonight. Yes, I can use it to buy guguru for my children tonight. Yes, I do have that type of disposable. But I'm not. But I get what she's coming. I'm actually saying. I'm actually adding to what she's saying. I'm agreeing with her that even me, I'm not like that whole idea of this. I have to do research. I have to make sure that to the best of, because the thing is that there's still forces that we don't see. Even after we do finish research, there's still like environmental issues that will take some of our money away. But I agree 100% what she's saying, Sha. That's the point. To be, I'm going live right now with
Thank
the
you very much.
remember the
Stay 2
story.
hours, 1 hour.
So you started late
Try.
now, Abby.
No, I started at 8. I said I'll do 1 hour, but I've done 2 hours as usual.
Oh, akpele. Okay,
Thank
no
you very
problem.
much, man of prestige. You have
Yes.
a show. What are you talking about? Are you doing
We're
a
talking
reaction to
about
that?
yes,
Who
yes.
the F did I marry?
Who the F did I
Johnny.
marry?
Okay, my
Yes,
Johnny.
yes,
Who
yes,
the
yes.
F did I marry? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, we're
All
starting right
you
now.
lovers of
We'll
Man of
talk soon.
Prestige, jump to Ola's platform. Thank you so much, Man of Prestige. Ola, I appreciate you, my brother. God bless you. Eshegoni. Thank you. Thanks to all the callers. I'm glad that people were able to air their experiences, both negative and positive. Obviously, it's more of the negative one, as you can expect. But thank God we still have that angle where George was sharing his own positive experiences with us, or his own personal positive experience of doing business in Nigeria. The point is that the thing that is heartbreaking for me is that usually when people pack up like that and you say, you know what, I'm going to Nigeria, I want to give back, I want to be able to do business, I want to help my community, I want to do blah 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 blah. They usually make up their mind that they're only going to be visiting when they come back, like Brother Bill said when he did his own, that year. But when you lose everything, it feels like oh wani oh ni. It's like they strip you completely. Babe. You have to you'll be disoriented, you'll be disorganized. You probably start from where you will now come back 5 years, but then you're low. You spent 5 years in Nigeria. You quit your job already. Maybe if you had a house, maybe you sold it or you mortgaged it or whatever, or you rented it. I don't know. But the thing is that coming back is usually not so easy. So I'm just gonna say, if you want to do business, please, especially in this economy, in this climb, with dollar now going higher by the second, please think about it properly. Be sure that you are able to survive it if it doesn't work out. That like our sister Mama Al said, that you have some income that is a buffer for you, that you are not going to fall and you're just going to be like, may gonna let person, may they laugh person, person where they shop meat before, where no con sick for shop, go down. But Ben, what he goes business, eh? You better listen to your madam. You know me, I know they support you. I they support your wife 100%. Women have instincts. Leave goat business, they go for your goats. I'm warning you now. In the night, when they tell you to call higher security, where you go they walk around the club. By the time you pay all the security, I don't know how much you go earn from goat business. It is well. May God help us. We will continue to keep Nigeria in view. We will not give up. No restrict, no retreat, no surrender. May God help us. Everybody has, as I'm talking to you now, I have ideas of businesses I want to do in Nigeria. I have things I want to do. I'm interested in it, but there's a big but. It is well. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm just going to leave it here tonight and we'll talk soon. Let's go to our last platform. Man of Prestige has a live show. Let's go and join him and talk about who the F did I marry. God bless you. Thank you to all the callers. Thank you. Appreciate you. See you soon. Bye, guys.